Hey guys, what's going on? Matias here. So I had an idea. Now, as you guys may or may not know, I've been doing music for a long time. Probably since I've been about 17 years old, and at least on a professional level. Before that, I was doing music probably since I was like 7. So music has always been my passion in life, but you know, music is not something that always necessarily pays the bills. And you know, I think that it's something that we don't always necessarily talk about as musicians, and we don't always necessarily talk about as artists, because I think we want to keep this, you know, illusion that, you know, we're this bigger than life thing. But you know, at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and I think there's a lot of people out there who are creatives, who are entrepreneurs, whether it be musicians, artists, whatnot, that, you know, are kind of at this point in their life where they're trying to figure out, well, what can I do to continue to pursue what I love, but yet still make a little income on the side? So I want to give you guys a couple tips, and yeah, let's go. All right, so tip 1. There are some pretty cool things happening since this whole pandemic thing has happened. Unfortunately, obviously not the pandemic, but you know, there has been some cool things happening as far as technology, and I think that it's kind of interesting with where everything's moving with technology right now. So there are a couple new apps that are pretty interesting, and I thought, you know, it was kind of cool how they came about, because a lot of these apps originate kind of from what's going on with the original TikTok in China. So the original TikTok in China, you were able to essentially provide gifts or like, you know, some kind of in-house currency that exists within the app to the content creator. So there's some new apps that are coming out now. Well, I shouldn't say new, but new to me at least, such as Bigo and Likey. So these apps are really neat. I'll start with Bigo, and I'll kind of explain what that's about. So Bigo is essentially a streaming app, and the whole point of it is you just stream content on the app, whether it be if you're a singer, you know, singing. If you just like to talk to people, then, you know, kind of talking to people and creating, you know, interesting conversation. If you're an artist, paint. If you, I don't know, do photography, do a photo session. But the whole point is that you are streaming and you're creating this community where people are able to see what you're doing in real time, right? The idea is that they gift you with this, you know, in-house system of beans and gifts. And the idea is that with these beans and gifts, you can actually have the ability to then cash them out for cold, hard cash. So it's pretty cool. It's an interesting system, but what's actually happening right now is there are some companies that are allowing certain creators to come on as almost like brand ambassadors or hosts, as they call them, on these platforms, and you're actually getting paid to be on these platforms for a certain amount of time or for a certain requirement of beans and stuff like that. There's different plans and there's different options, but if you guys are interested in learning more, shoot me a DM on my Instagram or message me here on YouTube, and I can hook you guys up with some of the people that I know. And I think it's pretty neat. I've been streaming on there myself, and I think it's just cool because, I mean, outside of the money thing, which, I mean, I think is great, but it's also really cool because as an artist, you can build a community. Like, and these are real people. These are not just bots or something like that. Like, these are real people that are watching your content. So why not, you know, take advantage of an up-and-coming platform and be able to stream directly on there and share whatever it is that you do, whether it's your knowledge, whether it's your art, whether it's your talent, you know, be able to put that out there and kind of build a community around that. The second app is called Likey. So Likey is very similar to Bigo in the sense that you can live stream, and there's like a reward system in place based upon what you do on there and the community that you build around you, right? Again, you can work with an agency and they will actually pay you, you know, a certain amount to stream for a certain amount of hours every single month, and also to post a certain amount of videos. Now, Likey is, I would say, on the video side, is more similar to a TikTok type format. So it's a pretty neat platform. I would say out of the two of them, I definitely like Bigo more, but they're both really neat apps. And again, another way to just make a little more cash. So let's talk about another thing that I think is really cool, and there's a couple different platforms, but it's definitely for anyone really. So there's 3 platforms that come to mind when I think of kind of a cool freelance side hustle type thing, and one is Fiverr, another one is Upwork, and I would say the other one I'm thinking about, you know, I'm going to do a separate part for that because I think that's more for my musician friends and my my singers and stuff like that. So I'm going to mention that separately. But Upwork and Fiverr are both great. Really, anything under the sun is on those platforms. So if you're an artist, you could get commissioned for some kind of, you know, digital art or physical art or a painting. If you are really great with, you know, managing books, you could go and you could help with like virtual assistant work. You could help with, you know, some basic like accounting type stuff. If you're a really great singer, there's opportunities for singing on there. There's opportunities for voiceover work. If you're an artist, you could do animation. So there's all kinds of opportunities on these platforms. And the way these platforms work is essentially you create a profile. When a business or, you know, an individual is looking to hire a freelance contractor, they go onto these sites and they look for someone, you know, who matches their skill set. Now, the idea is that you want to build reviews on these sites to help you increase your, you know, chances of being seen, and also kind of creating a higher sense of reliability within the app. But again, definitely something to check out. You know, there's so much more that goes to it, but I think the first part is just going to check them out. So check out Fiverr.com, and you can also check out Upwork.com. And by the way, like, none of these websites are endorsing me or anything like that. This is just all based on, you know, my personal experience and things that I've gone through, and, you know, things that I've seen are kind of cool. Okay, so the other app that I was referring to earlier is SoundBetter. Now, SoundBetter is for all my musicians, all my singers, all my instrumentalists out there. I gotta tell you right now, it's awesome. I mean, like, I've been on there for a little while now, and I've been getting booked on jobs, you know, for doing, you know, session work, for helping with composition and writing, and I've actually networked and created a lot of great contacts as far as producers, mix engineers, and whatnot on the platform as well. It's really, there's nothing more I could say about it. It's really great. It's a great platform. It's very, you know, user-friendly. The whole payment system is very easy. And, you know, especially for all my friends out there that are, you know, in Latin America or other countries where it's a little bit harder to get, you know, paid well for good session work, you know, SoundBetter's great. You can make good money on there, and it's definitely worth checking out, without a doubt. So if you are a musician, if you're an instrumentalist, if you're a singer, please be sure to check out SoundBetter. Again, these guys are not endorsing me or paying me anything for this. I just think that it's a really, really awesome platform. So guys, those are a couple of my tips for my creatives out there, entrepreneurs, and, you know, those who want to just pursue their dreams but don't necessarily want to pick up a day job. I think that it's a great way to build some extra income and to really kind of even hit to a point where you can sustain your dream. And, you know, another thing that I guess I would like to say is that, you know, these things, I know it sometimes kind of feels like a drag when you're not necessarily doing exactly what you love, but I think that everything that you do in your life ultimately can advance your own passion and your own brand at some point. I mean, even for me, I got into digital marketing and I got into website design, and, you know, it was kind of all kind of in a weird way it all happened, but to be honest, I think it's been one of the most critical and crucial points to really help advance my career to where it is today. Like, without that knowledge, without the time that I had from learning from, you know, marketing and learning how to understand, you know, digital advertising and understanding, you know, video creation and all these other kind of things, I definitely wouldn't be where I am today. So, you know, I think every step that you take is a step forward in the right direction. And if you're learning something, you know, take it and understand that you can always apply that to your own project. You can always apply that to your own passion, your own dreams, and your own goals. So, Guys, thank you so much for checking out my channel. Thanks for hanging out. If you want, please be sure to check out some of my music as well. Please be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, hit the bell for notifications, and let me know what you guys think. I mean, you know, if you guys have any other suggestions, if maybe I missed something, leave it in the comments, please, or, you know, let me know what you guys think, and tell me your thoughts. So maybe there's different ways that I'm not even thinking about. But again, guys, thank you so much for the support, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.